The veneers are shaking. The crime stories are shaking. The cargo is shaking. Los Angeles is shaking. The presidential election is shaking. I don't know who's shaking, Lil Yachty or Caribou. Britney Spears is shaking because her ex-husband is going on a press tour trying to promote his new book. This is Kevin Federline's book, You Thought You Knew, a memoir where he's allegedly telling all Britney Spears tea. He went on Entertainment Tonight and he was saying how she needs more help. Britney Spears' dad is not wrong. She's not that good of a mother, insinuating that she has lost her mind and that he's trying to get her help but buy his new book. Baby, all this is karma for how Britney treated Shar Jackson. I'm sorry, Britney. I love you down. You could hit me, baby, one more time, but I've got to tell the truth here. There's a lot to this story. Let's talk about it. So for those who don't know the background on Kevin Federline, before he was married to Britney Spears, he was in a long-term relationship with Shar Jackson. Yes, Shar Jackson, who played Niecy on Moesha. Now, the black community, we love Shar Jackson. Unproblematic, beautiful, chocolate, hilarious. We just always loved her. Well, the story behind Kevin Federline, Britney, and Shar Jackson is very dark. So Shar Jackson already had 2 children that Kevin Federline was helping her raise, along with their daughter, Coy. Now, Coy was born in 2002, and then they had another baby that was in utero in 2004. In 2004 is when Britney Spears and Kevin Federline got married. Britney was so entangled in this relationship with Kevin Federline, she sat outside while Shar Jackson had her baby. She was sitting outside the hospital, according to Shar Jackson. Now, Shar Jackson sat down with Black Enterprise magazine years ago and said that Britney Spears, really, the whole situation really did a number on her. In that Black Enterprise article, she described about when Britney and Kevin first met. She said, one day I had bad morning sickness and I was about 6 months pregnant. Kevin had an audition for a Coke commercial or something in LA. I didn't hear from him for 3 days. According to Jackson, she soon learned that Federline had met Spears the same night. Spears claimed that she had already been dating Federline for a while before a friend revealed to her he was still involved with Jackson and shared 3 children with her. Federline Jackson had a daughter named Corey, and he helped raise her 2 kids from a previous relationship. They were expecting their second child together, Jackson's 4th. At the time, Federline embarked on a public, high-profile romance with international pop star. So imagine you got 2 under 2. You've got 2 under 2. You have these other kids. You guys are a family. He's a backup dancer. You're already an acclaimed actress. You guys are just in love and making it in Hollywood. And here comes this huge pop star. And she kind of steals your man. And she acts like she don't know you're pregnant. And she acts like she can't hear or see no evil. And now Kevin Federline, years later, is a thorn in her side, and I'm sad about it. But sister, I don't want to hear it. I remember what you did last summer, okay? So, continuing reading the article. However, according to Jackson, Spears was well aware of Federline's relationship status and even waited outside the Orange County Hospital when he and Jackson welcomed their son Caleb, okay? So it's Corey and Caleb. Spears and Federline would go on to get engaged days after Caleb was born. Days. So days after that man birthed his baby, you walked down the aisle with him. And not only did he conspire with your father to steal all your money, it's 30 years later and he's making sure he gets a coin off of your name. Well, Kevin Federline went on Entertainment Tonight and he called her everything but a child of God. He said that, she, first of all, egregious enough, she proposed to him. And the first time she proposed to him, he said no. He said no. And then he came back and said yes. And then I guess their first night of being married, maybe their honeymoon, he said on Entertainment Tonight, he said that he thought that she was on the phone with her father or maybe her management. She was on the phone with Justin Timberlake. And he said Justin Timberlake was a thorn in his side, their entire relationship. Although when they got together, they were young. And They had been together a long time. You know, that was his like points of contention. He talked about her motherhood. He talked about her new partner, saying that their new partner that she was engaged to, even though he walked down that conservatorship with her, he didn't like him. He wasn't a man to him, i.e., your baby daddy's being messy with your new husband, conspiring with your father and the rest of your family to make sure that they keep your money in a pot where only they can pull out of, and you just have to be a dancing, spinning top until you die. Now, I don't want this to be misconstrued. I'm not on Kevin Federline's side, and he looked like exactly what he'd been through. I mean, the dancer body is gone, 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 gone. And we know, even though Britney Spears is undergoing a bit of a psychosis, dancing with knives in her little panties, Britney still looks good. We're still praying for her. See, what they didn't expect, and I saw this in this interview, the family and Kevin, they didn't expect the Free Britney movement to get as big as it was. They never expected her to be able to get out. And when sorry, my best friend was calling me. They did not expect her to get out. And when they did not expect the fans to come through and really, really, fight for our girl like we did, because I love Britney Spears. Y'all don't understand. When she was 15, those were my formative years. And when that Hit Me Baby One More Time came out, I thought that she was biracial. That Cajun skin was brown. I was like, that's a mixed girl. And she's right up my alley. She's so lucky. She's a star, but she cries, cries, cries from her lonely heart thinking, is there nothing missing in my life? Then why did these tears come at night? Baby, don't do that with me. Oops, I did it again. Like, I'm a Britney. It's Britney. Like, I love Britney Spears. But I have to tell it, and I have to tell it all. How she did Shar Jackson, came back to play. You got this loser. You got two kids with this loser backup dancer that didn't do you no good in the marriage, is doing you even worse after the divorce. He's a menace to your society, now he's writing books about you. All because you had to have that black lady's man. You took him for where he was, and he wasn't worth nothing. And now look what you got. Kevin Federline to deal with for the rest of your life.